most or much more important reason, how can we communicate to everyone out there in a way that they understand and are not misled? So basically, we are just telling the truth and telling them, okay, that's what we actually do, and nothing else. And I want to read to you this small thing we came up with, and it says the use of terms in the databases does not mean you have or will have a physical expression of that condition. So this refers now not to Healy Advisor, but to the Healy Advisor Analyze app. So analyze in the information field. So whatever you analyze, it's just an expression, it's just something in the information field, just a resonance. And there we go. These terms are used because something in your personal information field resonates with the information associated with the resonance of that condition. The purpose of this information is to be able to use the Healy device to amplify in case of a positive condition or interrupt in case of a negative condition that resonates in your information field. So this is a very, very important thing, because as you know, when you analyze with the resonance app, there's always, or there can be, a current state and desired state. Desired state usually, or not usually, is per definition always something positive. And that's also what we use when we do a vibration into the information field. So sending positive information to harmonize in the information field. So we are actually amplifying the positive in our information field. So we are amplifying the resonance to something positive. So as you could say, someone tells you something positive, you sleep overnight, it basically enters your subconsciousness, and then in the next day, it manifests in your life somehow. So along those lines, we are trying to improve our resonance to positive information. And of course, if we would have a current state, which is could be a negative, then we want to interrupt our resonance with this negative state. Now, the last part, the lawyer's part, this is not intended to prevent, treat or cure any physical manifestation of a disease, but rather to harmonize your information field in a positive direction toward greater coherence. Now, the interesting question and the thing that I thought a lot about is, what is now greater coherence in the information field? And I want to give you a very simple example for this one. Let me enter the on-share mode. Yes, so I can see you also. And so what is coherence in the information field? What are we talking about? As you all know, we are brought up, we are born, as we saw in the soul cycle, and then it starts that something happens to us. So in our mother's womb, we are basically safe, we are sound, we are connected to everything. And then we start the disconnection, which means something in our perfect world gets not broken, but scratched, let's put it like that. And this goes on over a long time until we basically conscious. So we basically know who we are, know what the difference between us and the others is, and that we are an own entity. And there we basically have the ability to reflect ourselves, to basically say, okay, what do I do? And what has it an impact on someone else? And how can I improve? And there where it gets tricky, that's what our schools worldwide, or mostly the schools I know, don't tell you. So they don't tell you how to reflect your things that you do all the time. So how I'm impacting someone else. So if someone cries or if someone is angry, is it the other one that's fault? Is it my fault? And this reflection is very crucial. And that's what everyone should learn or should have. And the simple example is violent-free communication. So you can tell someone, I don't like what you say, or you can say, but what you just said makes me feel really sad. It really hurts my feelings. And that's a complete different story. And that's what you unfortunately don't learn in school, but that is what makes a coherent information field. So basically to reflect yourself, to communicate in a positive way, and as you all know, the biggest challenge in life, I mean, maybe not the biggest, but one of the biggest is if you're in a relationship. So you're married or you have a friend or a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. This person is your soulmate. And what is the purpose of this soulmate? There's only one purpose. This soulmate wants to get the best out of you. And how does this usually happen? This person reflects your darkest places. What does that mean? This person, if you have older couples, you see that a lot, they are angry at each other. They don't talk to each other anymore. They are just, okay, do your thing, I do my thing, end of story. We live, then hopefully soon we die, and then thing is done. Why do they do that? Because they didn't understand one universal fact. The other soul just wants to have your soul grow, flourish, full potential. And how does this work? This soul triggers your darkest places, which means you got hurt in your past at one point. And if you don't grow out of this hurtness, if you don't overcome it, dissolve it, then it is in your background all the time. And what does it do? It holds you back. It holds you back. It eats your energy. And the other one triggers this point. He triggers it, she triggers it all the time. And you have and what is this? This is the one and unique opportunity to grow over this thing. And yeah, that's an unfortunate pact that those souls have, because if you don't understand that this is your chance to basically get whole again, to get healthy again, then you will repeat this and repeat this and repeat this. And this is something they should tell in school, because this actually makes a difference. And at the end of the day, when you understand that this is what makes a difference, you start to reflect. You start to reflect everything you do. You start to reflect on every angerness, on every thing that is really blocking you. And if you get angry, you reflect yourself why you get angry. Because angriness is nothing that comes out of the blue. There's always something in yourself that makes you angry. And as Adriana said, we had this 1 week in Mainz, and I realized one very crucial thing in the company. So I met a lot of people, of course, of the company, apart from the team that we are working in. And I realized first time in my life, or in this company, let's put it like that, that people start carrying their heart in front of them. Their heart with all their perks, with all their insecurities, with all their imperfections. And why do they do that? Because they know that everyone around them respects this. So finally, people actually in the company start to understand or to feel that it isn't about who you try to be or who others want you to be. It's about who you actually are, who you are deep inside of you. Who are you? What is your full potential? And most important, what is your gift for the world? Because everyone has a gift for the world, and everyone is willing to share it if you just let them share this gift. Their unique ability to do something, to solve a problem, a physicist that has a new formula, whatever, that changes the world. And it is only possible if we start to respect everyone for who they are. And if we start this, yeah, we someday will reach a critical mass, and we raise the consciousness of the world. And actually, that is not what I do, that is what you do. What you do every time, every day out there, sharing Healy and sharing this knowledge. Because it's not about selling a Healy, it's about touching other people's hearts with this information, because that makes a difference. Everything else is just an illusion that we're just living at the moment. But if we raise the consciousness of the world by touching others' hearts, then we make a difference. And I think that's something I personally want to thank every one of you, that you actually invest your time, your money, and all this energy to actually do that. Because that's a unique gift that you give to the world, and I'm just here to support you.